left, right to left, right to left.
Plebe Summer emphasizes the mission of the U.S. Naval Academy to develop midshipmen morally, mentally, and physically. In just 6 weeks, these young men and women will be taught the strong mental framework critical to becoming a successful naval officer. As they make the transition from civilian life to a strict military regimen, they will be instilled with a sense of personal honor, integrity, and dedication to the naval service. Through the shared experience of Plebe Summer, they will develop camaraderie with their classmates that will last a lifetime.
Today you start over, proving yourself again at a new and more complex level. We will challenge you morally, mentally, and physically. These are the 3 pillars on which the Naval Academy lays its foundation, and it will not be easy. But the things in life we cherish the most are those we work the hardest to obtain.
In the dawn hours of induction day, parents say goodbye to their sons and daughters, placing them in the care of the Plebe Summer detailers.
Oh, difficult for me. Oh, no, difficult one for them.
From now on, the first and last words out of your mouth are going to be sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
The plebes are processed and medically screened, issued their uniforms, and given haircuts.
Best selection.
Yeah.
So just gonna grab a pen, follow these instructions right here. If you have any questions, let us know.
Hands down. Shake around. Is that a little loose? Good job, 30, 32. Now teach you how to salute. I will give you the command, hand salute. Hand salute. Your arm parallel to the deck. Your forearm straight, your wrist unbent, your hand like a knife. When I give the command, ready, 2. On 2, you will bring your right hand sharply down to your side. Ready, 2. You'll now be loading onto the buses, starting with the back row.
As the sun sets over Tecumseh Court, friends and family gather to catch a glimpse of their transformed son or daughter at the oath of office ceremony. Commandant of Midshipmen issues the oath of office.
Having been appointed a midshipman in the United States Navy, do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic? That you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same? That you take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which you are about to enter. So help you God? Admiral Miller, the class of 2018 is ready to rock and roll. Plebe summer is underway.
Families are briefly reunited, new haircuts and uniforms are admired, and goodbyes are said. And plebe summer begins.
3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir.
Let's make sure we push ourselves, sir. These Braveheart Springs here 2018. Let's get fired up, all right?
The plebes get their first taste of rigorous military training, beginning with their daily morning workout. The Physical Education Program, or PEP, lasts for an hour and a half each morning. After completing this intense 7-week training program, a plebe will have completed almost 2,900 push-ups, 3,000 sit-ups, and 103 miles of running.
40, sir. 50, sir. 60, sir.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Motivate!
The plebes learn a completely new way of life, centered on Bancroft Hall.
2, 1. Wake up, go! Let's go! Let's go! Open this door! Let's go! Get your sheets, fall out! Open your door! Open your door! Turn on your lights! Turn on your lights! Sir!
You're gonna fall back out in PT gear, and then we're gonna do a uniform race. Because you're all pretty good at that by now. So, take rocks, fall back out in PT gear. Ready? Go!
Very simple rules. Square your corners. Sit on the front of your chair. keep your eyes on the boat. Short sailors.
In the cable, defended the might of the chain. Who knows when thou mayest be tested? So live that thou bearest the strain, sir.
Is to be willing to ask for help, and I was always an independent person, and
Plebes learn about military basics, including naval organization and traditions. The essence of the Navy is the sea. Each plebe learns the basic rules of boat handling and sailing.
So today we're doing Sail 3, which is part of the BST curriculum. BST stands for the Basic Sail Training. And Sail 3 is where the plebes are introduced into jibing, which is where the stern of the boat goes through the wind. Previous to this, we did just the basic Sail 1, which is a familiarity of the boat, parts of the boat, how a boat works. Sail 2 is where you get into the dock handling, departures and arrivals from the dock, as well as tacking, which is where the bow of the boat goes through the wind. And then, like I said, today we'll do Sail 3, review of the fundamentals of Sail 1 and 2, and then jibing, like I said, where the stern goes through the wind. And then they'll continue on to Sail 4 and 5, where they'll learn more advanced sail trim, as well as man overboard procedures. So the basic sail training program really does relate to the mission of the Plebe Summer and the Naval Academy as a whole, as it takes a group of plebes that may have never worked together from different platoons and puts them together in a small unit setting, and forces them to safely execute the task at hand, which is to rig the sailboat, leave from the dock, sail out in the Severn River, and return safely. So Plebe Summer is all about taking people that didn't know each other beforehand and molding them into a military unit. So part of that military unit is working together as a team. And the sailboat doesn't work unless they create a team and they operate the team efficiently. So here we have 3 or 4 plebes, depending on the numbers, from different parts of the country, come together on the sailboat, and they're taught from sail 1 through 5 how to operate the sailboat using, communicating with each other, helping each other out, and accomplishing the mission and task on the sailboat, which hopefully then, builds some camaraderie they'll take back to Bancroft Hall and use to keep accomplishing the mission and tasks that the detailers have them do. Later, once they become midshipmen second and third, first class, they can use the same leadership to lead their companies and platoons in the call, which hopefully then translates out into the fleet, where they become officers in the fleet, where they have to lead sailors and Marines the rest of their career.
The plebes practice the fundamentals of military drill and discipline. They participate in several parades reviewed by the Commandant of Midshipmen. An officer is required to lead in combat under all kinds of circumstances.
Today we're getting class of plebes through the obstacle course. We're doing it so that they can get the opportunity to challenge themselves, try something that they've never done before, and the intent is to get people to grow as they go through this course, and hopefully they'll leave here with some kind of lesson learned. Some of two of the harder obstacles are one's the diagonal bars. We just have some issues getting some of them over it, but with a little bit of coaching, a little bit of interaction, getting people to realize that, hey, you've never done this before, we understand it, but if you keep trying, we're here to help you. We're going to help get everybody through. The next one is the vertical rope. That's about 20, 25 feet up in the air. Some people seem to have some issues getting up there. Again, we teach them the techniques that they need to know, and as long as they follow the technique, they can get up the rope successfully, and that's a win for everybody. Their confidence is built, and there are a lot of lessons to be learned about staying disciplined, even when you're tired. And then from here, it just sets the foundation for what they're going to do later on.
This is a high ropes confidence course, and we're bringing the mids through it, trying to get them to build a little bit of confidence in themselves and work with a partner to get safely through this course. The first one, they're going to jump off the log into the cargo net, and that one right there is they're only about 5 feet off the ground, but they have a 7-foot jump into the cargo net, and sometimes that's the hardest one for them to initiate that jump into it. Once they climb up it, they're going to go across the double rope traverse, then a single rope traverse. After that, they go up 2 Burma bridges and then do some crosses, that fixed tension crossing. And then the one that's probably the most fun is the island hopping, where they take off and run across 5 different platforms about 30 feet up in the air. The last obstacle is the zip, and it's the funnest for them. They get down, they just sit down, enjoy the ride, and ride the zip down to the end.
Weapon safety and handling are central to any military training.
I'm Midshipman First Class Edmund, and I am the Weapons Detail Battalion Commander. Today the plebes are learning to fire on the M16A3 service rifle and the M11 pistol. On the M16, they switch from prone to kneeling to standing, and during all those courses they do magazine changes and rapid fires, which is like in the course of 70 seconds, which is really fast. You have to be really proficient at those to be able to qualify on the M16 service rifle. On the M11, they shoot from a range of 3 feet to 17 feet to 15 feet, and they do kneeling position, and they do switch from dominant to non-dominant hands for firing. We're doing this during plebe summer because they've just gotten to the military, and it's important to instill confidence and the skills they need to be a successful military officer.
Basic shipboard damage control and firefighting principles are taught and practiced on land and underway on board yard patrol crafts.
Basically what we are doing here is teaching the plebes what we do out to sea when we have an actual casualty. And when I say actual casualty, meaning a fire. Basically teach them the basic firefighting skills that they will need to prepare them so when they go on the ship, they'll be able to handle the actual casualty. We have 4 stations. We have the YPs, where they teach them basic firefighting skills. And that station, they basically put them through all 4 stages of the firefighting scenario. Over there, we have hose handling. We teach the plebes how to handle the hoses. We have 2 types of hoses, 1.5 inch and 2.5 inch hoses. And we teach them how to properly handle them so they won't hurt themselves. And we teach them various variation of the nozzle for different types of fire. We have DC relay, where we teach them how to properly dome the firefighting shoes, boots, flash hood, and how to properly carry our firefighting equipment to the station and back. Pipe patching. Pipe patching is basically if we have a leak in the ship or we have a hole in the ship. We teach them how to properly seal the hole for temporarily until the actual firefighters come and seal the hole.
Distinguished speakers share their thoughts and experiences regarding honor, integrity, and virtue. Honor is the foremost influential factor in the decision-making process of a naval officer.
For a part of the honor portion of it, we have Captain Coffee came and spoke about honor. He was a POW in Vietnam, and he talked about returning with honor.
As the wheels clunk up into the landing gear pockets, and we climb on out, and the pilot comes up on the intercom and says, "Congratulations, gentlemen, we just left North Vietnam." And then we believed it, and then we cheered.
For courage, we had Mr. Nate Fick come and speak to the plebes about courage. He was a former infantry Marine, and he talked about some of his experience.
Don't look at me up here as if I'm somehow unusual, because I'm not. I'm the guy any one of you could be, and in many cases will be, in a relatively short time.
And then for commitment, in a few weeks, they'll be speaking with General Bolden, who's also a Naval Academy graduate and went on to be an astronaut.
Don't sacrifice the one thing that only you can give away, your integrity. Courage, do the right thing. No matter what anybody else says, do the right thing, and commitment. Be committed to whatever you do. If you make it through the Naval Academy, if you're one of the fortunate ones to get through here and get your commission, be committed.
The importance of Plebe Summer is to take the close to 1,200 civilians who want to come to the Naval Academy and transform them into military members, to get them used to the military, show them what we're about, what we appreciate in a person, and transform them from civilians to military members and get them ready for the academic year, prepare them to join the brigade.